Hello, Diecast Monster Truck Racing fans, and welcome back to our all-new double loop track. Many of you may not know, but this week NASCAR returns for the exciting new 2025 racing season, starting with the Daytona 500. We had to do something a little special with NASCAR and MonsterJam. We have built 16 custom-made NASCAR monster trucks, new trucks, and throwback old trucks. Let's meet the first competitors in today's race. And up first is a legendary name many may know. Driving the number 24 Chevy Lumina, this is Jeff Gordon. Check out that Rainbow Warrior, that is awesome. Then next we have the body armor number 12 Ford Mustang, driven by Ryan Blaney. Then we have the number 20 Yahoo, driven by Christopher Bell. We couldn't have a race without the number 88 Nationwide of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Up next we have the number 9 Napa Gear Wrench of Chase Elliott, followed by the 19 Auto Owners Insurance, driven by Martin Truex Jr. Then the number 34 Loves Machine, driven by Michael McDowell. And rounding out this side of today's racing bracket, we have the number 4 Gear Wrench Ford Fusion, driven by Kevin Harvick. These are some awesome looking custom monster trucks, and we can't wait to see what they do here on our double loop track. What do you think of these NASCAR trucks? Find us on Facebook and let us know. Here is a fun little fact about our all-new double loop track. From the starting gate to the finish line, each lane is 15.75 feet. You double that by the lanes and we have 16 rounds of racing. We actually have just over 500 feet of racing here today. That is awesome considering we are using NASCAR trucks and they have 500-mile events. This is the OurTime4Adventures 500. Now enough of the suspense. What do you say we meet the other drivers in today's tournament? Starting with the RFK number 6 Ford of Brad Keselowski. That's an awesome looking car. Up next we have one of my all-time favorites, Kyle Larson, driving his old throwback Credit 1 number 42. Up next, we have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the Sunny D number 17. The next entry is regarded as one of NASCAR's fan favorites with the old school number 18 M&M's Toyota. This is Kyle Busch. Next is a 90s throwback, the number 94 McDonald's Ford Thunderbird of Bill Elliott, who still to this day holds the fastest speed ever set in a Cup car. Followed by Eric Jones in the number 43 Special Warfare. Great looking machine. And up next is the number 1 Chevy Camaro of Ross Chastain, best known for his gaming-like move of the wall ride to get him into the playoffs. And finally, rounding out the lineup, we have the almighty number 3 Goodwrench Chevrolet of the gone but never forgotten Dale Earnhardt. What a competitor this gentleman was, with 7-time NASCAR championships. Well, viewers, there you have it. We have the 16 custom-made NASCAR Diecast monster trucks. They are ready to do battle with each other and the double loop track here today. This is going to be a great event. Which of these NASCAR monster trucks is your favorite? Do you have a favorite driver? Which one do you think will make it up on the top podium spot to take the win here today? We'll find out soon, but first let's take a look at today's racing bracket. Heading up to the starting gate first, we have the number 4 of Kevin Harvick taking on Brad Keselowski's number 6. Followed by the number 34, Michael McDowell, facing Kyle Larson, 42. Number 19, Martin Truex Jr. will be racing 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Then we have number 9, Chase Elliott, will be taking on Kyle Busch in the M&M's number 18. Number 88, Nationwide Dale Earnhardt Jr. will face 94 McDonald's of Bill Elliott. Then we have Christopher Bell in the number 20, racing Eric Jones in 43. Number 12 of Ryan Blaney will be facing number 1 of Ross Chastain. And finally, we have number 24 DuPont Jeff Gordon taking on number 3 Goodwrench of Dale Earnhardt. What a classic matchup there in the final round. This is going to be great for a throwback. What do you say we head on up to the starting gates now and get these NASCAR races started? And up first to the starting gate, we have Kevin Harvick in the orange lane taking on Brad Keselowski in the blue lane. Let's go racing! Green flag, gate drops, and we're off. It's Brad Keselowski pulling away, coming down into that first drop. Both trucks fast going through the loop. Kevin Harvick starting to catch up, coming down the YouTube ramp. They get together over the back obstacle, and it's a wreck at the line. What a wild first race here in round number 1 for these Diecast monster truck NASCARs. But in this one, it is Brad Keselowski taking the win with a little bump draft there at the end. Let's take another look. As the gate drops, Brad Keselowski's just faster coming into that drop in that blue lane. Watch how quick they come down that ramp into the loops. Both cars fast through the loop. Kevin Harvick catching up off that jump down the YouTube plaque ramp. They get together and it's Brad Keselowski for the win. Both cars extremely fast coming here through the loops. Keselowski with the little lead. Look how fast that number 4 is coming down this ramp. Watch this landing starting to catch up, but they get together in the middle as they cross the line. What a run. What an awesome first round of racing from these two NASCAR Monster trucks. It was so cool to see them jump through the air. But in that one, it is Brad Keselowski taking the win, moving on into the second round of racing. So we'll see more of that truck later on. Now, we're getting word that there's 2 other NASCARs lined up at the starting gate, ready to go racing. So let's head back over that way now. And up next, we have Michael McDowell racing out of the orange lane, taking on Kyle Larson in the blue lane. Let's go racing. Green flag, gate drops, and they're off. Both trucks fast coming down out of the gate into that first drop. Michael McDowell pulling away, coming down into the loops. Both trucks smooth through the loops. Big air from Michael McDowell, but a hard landing and spins out. Kyle Larson fast over the back jump to the line for the win. Wow, what a come from behind victory from Kyle Larson in that number 42 truck. Michael McDowell had a huge lead coming down that YouTube plaque ramp, but couldn't hold the landing. Let's take another look from the track cam. As the gate drops, both these trucks fast coming down into that first drop. Michael McDowell puts the power down, coming down into the loop, starting to pull away. Huge jump from both trucks. Michael McDowell with a hard landing, spins out and crashes. Kyle Larson jumps over the back line for the win. What a run. Now let's take another look through the, oh wait, what, we're having problems with the loop. But let's take a look at the landing. Michael McDowell lands hard, spins out, hits that side obstacle. Kyle Larson smooth over the back for the win. What an awesome run and a big spin from Michael McDowell in the 34. Maybe those NASCAR aerodynamics don't work on these big monster truck chassis, but it was a super smooth run from Kyle Larson, taking the win and moving on into the next round. What a race. Let's head back into the starting gates for the next one now. All right, fans, here we go. We have Martin Truex Jr. in the number 19 in the orange lane, taking on Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s 17 in the blue lane. Let's go racing. Green flag, gate drops, and they're off. Wheel to wheel coming out of the gate down into that first drop. Both trucks side by side coming in through the loops. It's a close race off the loops down the YouTube Power Boost ramp. They're side by side at the back. They get together, and it's Truex getting to the line first. Wow. What a run from Martin Truex Jr. That's got to be the closest race we've had here so far today. They were wheel to wheel all the way to the line. Let's take another look. As the gate drops, these trucks are side by side coming down into that first drop. They're wheel to wheel as they enter the loop, fast through the loop. Big jump from both trucks. That YouTube Power Boost ramp is a little better for Martin Truex as he gets the lead coming over the back obstacle. What a run. Watch how close this is, side by side, coming into the loop. They're upside down the same time, jump at the same time. They both land at the same time, but Martin Truex Jr. is a little faster, picking up speed over the back obstacle for the win. Well, viewers, as any true NASCAR fan knows, rubbing is racing, and we've definitely had some rubbing here in the first couple rounds of these monster truck races. This is awesome. Truex takes the win in that one, though, spinning out in front of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. to move on into the next round. What a run. Now let's head back up to the starting gates for the next one. And up next to the starting line, we have the number 9 of Chase Elliott in the orange lane, taking on Kyle Busch's 18 in the blue lane. Let's go racing. Here we go. Both trucks fast out of the gate, coming down into that first drop. Chase Elliott just starting to pull away, coming through the loops. Smooth loops from both trucks. Big air from both trucks. It's a close race coming down the back. Chase Elliott takes the win. Wow. Chase Elliott attempts a backflip and lands it as Kyle Busch goes all the way off to the side of the track. What a fast run from Chase Elliott. They almost got together once again over that back obstacle. Let's take another look from the track cam. Watch them close coming down out of that gate. Both trucks fast coming down the ramp. Super smooth loop from both trucks. Kyle Busch trying to catch up. Almost gets together with Chase Elliott over the back jump, but Chase Elliott takes the win. What a race. Coming down into the double loop, Chase Elliott has about a half truck lead. They're both fast coming through the loops, inverted. Off the jump, Kyle Busch is trying to catch up, but down the ramp just doesn't have enough speed. Over the line for the win goes Chase Elliott. What a wild view. What another awesome matchup from both of these NASCAR drivers running monster trucks for the first time. But in that one, it is Chase Elliott taking the win, moving on into the second round of racing. What a super smooth run from that truck. Now, what do you say we head back on up to the starting gate because we got the next pair lined up and ready to go. All right, fans, we have one of NASCAR's most popular names, Dale Earnhardt Jr., lined up in the orange lane, taking on Bill Elliott in the blue lane. Let's go racing! Green flag, gate drops, and they're off. Both trucks fast coming out of the gate down into that first drop. They're side by side coming through the loop. Earnhardt starting to pull away, but Elliott has a big jump catching up there at the end. Oh, it's a close race at the line. Wow! As they both go up the back obstacle. That was so close at the line. Which truck won? Was it Dale Earnhardt Jr. or was it Bill Elliott? We're going to have to take a look at the track track cam at this one. That was too close to tell, but what an awesome run. Let's take a look at the replay now. As the green flag and gate drop, watch how these trucks are fast coming down into the loop. Dale Earnhardt Jr. starts to pull away just a bit through the loop. Bill Elliott catching up, coming down the power boost ramp at the line. It is Bill Elliott by a tire tread. Would you look at that photo finish, just like we love to see in NASCAR. Coming through the loops, Earnhardt's just a little bit quicker coming down the ramp, but Elliott's not done. Has a smooth landing coming down the YouTube power boost ramp, catches up speed, passes over the last obstacle for the win. What a race. Well, viewers, that's what we like to see in any form of motorsports, is close battles and photo finishes. And that one, it's Bill Elliott and the old Ford taking the win, moving on into the next round. What a come-from-behind victory from that truck. We'll see more of it later on. Now let's head back on up to the starting gate, because we got 2 more trucks lined up and waiting on us. And up next to the line, we have Christopher Bell in the number 20, racing out of the orange lane, taking on Eric Jones 43 in the blue lane. Let's go racing! Here we go, wheel to wheel out of the gate, but Eric Jones starting to pull away, coming down the ramp into the loops. Look how fast that car goes through the loops. Huge jump onto the YouTube black ramp, jumps the back obstacle over the finish line all the way to the backflip ramp. Wow, that was the fastest run we have seen here all day today. That was incredible. How was that truck so fast through the loops all the way to the line? Christopher Bell didn't stand a chance in that one. Let's take another look from the track cam and check that one out again. As the gate drops, Eric Jones over in the blue lane, super fast coming down that first drop, super fast through the loops, has a huge jump all the way down onto the black ramp, jumps completely over the line all the way to the end of the track. What a fast run, wow. Look at the distance Eric Jones has coming down the ramp in through the loops. That truck is probably 5, 6, 7 trucks ahead, coming down onto the landing, picks up even more speed, hitting that downside, jumps the finish line for the win. What a wild race. Well, fans, you've seen it right here first person. That's got to be one of the fastest monster truck runs we've had since putting up this double loop. That was incredible. Eric Jones flies across the line to take the win and move on into the next round. I can't wait to see what that truck can do here later on. But for now, let's head back up to the starting gates, because we got 2 more ready to go. And up next to the starting line, we have the number 12 of Ryan Blaney in the orange lane, taking on number 1 Ross Chastain in the blue lane. Let's go racing! Here we go, even out of the gate, coming down into that first drop. They're side by side, coming down the hill, picking up speed, going through the loops. Huge jump from both trucks, smooth landing. They're side by side over the back obstacle. It's close at the line. Who won? Ryan Blaney with a big flip off the side of that backflip ramp. Ross Chastain also upside down, but what a close finish. We're definitely gonna have to take another look from the track cam and see which truck made it to the line first. Let's take a look now. As the green flag flies, gate drop. Both trucks are fast coming out of the gate down the ramp. They're side by side as they enter the loops and go upside down. But look at this jump. Huge air side by side coming over the back obstacle. And at the line, it is Ryan Blaney getting there first. What a run. Watch them close, coming down the hill into the entrance of the loops. They are wheel to wheel. There's no back and forth drafting here. Huge jump from both trucks. They both land a little hard on the top of that YouTube black power off, and it's Ryan Blaney getting to the line first. What another awesome, extremely close race from these NASCAR Monster trucks. They sure know how to put on a show. In that one, it's Ryan Blaney taking the win with an upside down finish there over in the corner. But that truck will move on into the next round, so we'll see more of it soon. Let's head back up to the starting gates now, because the next pair is waiting on us. And up next, we have a matchup of 2 NASCAR greats, with Jeff Gordon racing out of the orange lane, taking on Dale Earnhardt Sr. in the blue lane. Let's go racing! Green flag gate drops and they're off. Both trucks fast coming out of the gate down into that first drop, side by side as they enter the loop. Jeff Gordon quicker through the loop, has a huge jump. Dale Earnhardt trying to catch up, but Gordon jumps the finish line for the win. Slides over sideways on the ramps, heads over towards Earnhardt to congratulate him on a nice smooth run. What a race from these trucks. Jeff Gordon may have taken the win here in that race, but that number 3 is always such a great looking car. Let's take another look at this one from the track cam in slow-mo. As the gate drops, both of these trucks fast coming down into that first big drop. They're wheel to wheel coming down into the loop. Gordon's just a little bit quicker as they go inverted. Big jump from that truck. Earnhardt lands, puts the powers down, tries to catch up, but Gordon already crossed the line for the win. As you see him coming down the ramp, Gordon's just about a wheel ahead into the loop, but gains about a truck length coming off of that jump. As they land, Earnhardt's a little behind, but tries to catch up, never giving up. Gordon jumps for the win and up the backflip ramp. That is awesome. We are absolutely honored to be able to run that black number 3 here in our monster truck race today. Thank you, Dale Earnhardt, for everything you've done for the sport. And in this race, it is Jeff Gordon taking the win, moving on into the second round. So we'll see more of that truck soon. Well, you know what? Speaking of seeing trucks soon, what do you say we head on over to the pits and meet all the trucks moving on into the second round of racing? All right, viewers, we are halfway through this racing tournament with over 250 feet of racing surface covered. Let's meet the trucks moving into round number 2, starting with Brad Keselowski in the number 6 and Truex Jr. in 19. Then we have the 42 of Kyle Larson taking on the 9 of Chase Elliott. 94 of Bill Elliott will race 12 of Ryan Blaney. And finally, we have 43 of Eric Jones taking on 24 of Jeff Gordon. There's some awesome new school versus old school matchups here going into the second round. Which truck do you think will move on? Let's head up to the starting gates and find out which trucks will advance into the semi-final round for their chance at the title. And here we go with our next matchup. Brad Keselowski, number 6 in the orange lane, taking on Truex Jr. 19 in the blue lane. Let's go racing. Here we go as the gate drops. It's Brad Keselowski with the whole shot coming down into that first drop, starting to pull away through the loops. Huge jump from that truck, but has a hard landing, starts to spin out. Truex passes over the back obstacle for the win. What a come from behind victory from Martin Truex Jr. in that run. I thought it was Brad Keselowski pulling away for an easy win in that number 6 Ford, but couldn't control the landing, spins out and allows Truex to take the win. Let's take another look in slow-mo from that pass. As the green flag and gate drop, Brad Keselowski starting to pull away, coming down that first ramp. That truck is super fast through the loops, carries that speed off the jump onto the landing, but has a hard landing up on 2 wheels, spins out. Truex flies across the line for the win. What a race. Watch him close. Brad Keselowski coming down with the lead into the loop. Starts to pull away through the loops and a big jump. But a hard landing here on that YouTube plaque ramp. Can't control it. Starts to lose control. Spins. Almost hits Truex, but Truex passes for the win. What a wild run from that number 6 truck there on the landing up on 2 wheels. Lucky it didn't go over. And Truex now retired but takes the win here in this round and moves on into the semifinals. What a race for Martin Truex Jr. in the 19. We'll see more of that one coming up soon. But first, let's head back into the starting gates for some more racing action. All right, and up next, we have the number 42 Credit 1 of Kyle Larson in the orange lane, taking on the 9 of Chase Elliott in the blue lane. Let's go racing. Gate drops, and here we go. Both trucks fast coming down into that first drop. Chase Elliott pulling away, coming into the loops. Super fast loop from Kyle Larson. They're even coming off the loops, side by side down the ramp. Larson off to the side. It's close at the line. Wow. Larson all the way over into the corner of the track as Chase Elliott heads up the backflip ramp. But which truck won? It was an early lead for Chase Elliott, but Larson caught up there at the end. I'm not sure who caught the win. Let's take another look. This is another super close race from these NASCAR Monster trucks. Watch them close as they're coming down the ramp. As Chase Elliott with a little lead coming into the loops, but Larson has an extremely fast loop, trying to catch up as they're coming off the jump. It's a close battle coming down the ramp. Kyle Larson to the side at the line. It is Chase Elliott by a tire. Would you look at that? Chase Elliott had an early lead. Larson almost caught up, and it's Elliott taking the win. As you can see here, coming through the loops, Elliott ahead by about a truck length. Larson with a big jump. Coming down the YouTube ramp, it's Larson trying to catch up, but over the back obstacle, Chase Elliott takes the win. What a race. Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott, both teammates now in real life for Hendrick Motorsports. This one's got to sting a little for Kyle Larson driving his old car, allowing his teammate Chase Elliott to take the win and move into the semi-final round. But what a close matchup. Now let's head back up to the starting gate and see what the next pair can do. Okay, here we go. We have the throwback of Bill Elliott in the orange lane, taking on the new school number 12 of Ryan Blaney in the blue lane. Let's go racing. Gate drops and they're off. Both trucks fast out of the gate. Look how quick Ryan Blaney is coming down that entrance ramp. Super fast through the loops. Bill Elliott trying to catch up as a huge jump. He's catching up over the back obstacle at the line. It's super close as they both go up the backflip ramp. Wow, I did not expect that race to be that close with the new school versus old school. But it's these old school cars really showing they have some power left in them. Let's take another look from the track cam. As the gate drops, both of these trucks have a ton of power coming down into that first drop, but it's Ryan Blaney starting to inch ahead, coming down that first drop into the loops. Both trucks extremely fast through the loop. Bill Elliott trying to catch up off that jump, down the YouTube plaque ramp over the obstacle. It is Ryan Blaney by a tire, making it to the line to take the win. Wow! As they both attempt a backflip at the end of the track. What a race from these trucks. Ryan Blaney pulling away, coming down the ramp just by about a truck length through the loop. Bill Elliott with a fast loop, catching up, coming off the jump. But on the landing, it's anybody's race. Ryan Blaney puts the power down and takes the win at the end of the track. What a run. These custom NASCAR Monster trucks keep laying down some of the closest runs we've seen here on our channel. This is incredible. We've got to make more of these, but in this race, it's Ryan Blaney taking the win, moving on into the semi-final round. What a run. Now let's head back up to the starting gate and see what other trucks will be moving on into the semi-final round. And up next, we have Eric Jones in the 43 racing out of the orange lane, taking on the always popular Jeff Gordon in the blue lane. Let's go racing! Green flag, gate drops, and we're racing. Both trucks fast, coming down into that first drop. Eric Jones once again starting to pull away, coming through the loops. Super fast loop, huge jump off the loop onto the YouTube plaque, jumps the back obstacle for the win. Rides the wall around the end of the track. What a run from that truck. What happened to Jeff Gordon? Eric Jones has been fast here all day long, and Jeff Gordon didn't stand a chance. Let's take one more look at that win in slow-mo from the track cam. As the green flag flies and the gate drops, watch Eric Jones in the orange lane. That truck is so fast coming out of the gate down into that first drop. Just keeps pulling away from Jeff Gordon, going through the loops, has a huge jump, lands on the downside of the power boost ramp, picks up more speed over the back obstacle, flies across the line for the win. Wow! You'll see from this view just how quick Eric Jones is coming down the ramp and through the loop. Just keeps picking up speed, pulling away inch by inch, has a huge jump, super smooth landing on the downside of that YouTube power boost ramp, puts the power down, starts to pull away, huge jump over the line for the win. Eric Jones is on a blistering pace here today, eliminating big names like Christopher Bell and now Jeff Gordon. Eric Jones will be the next truck moving into the semi-final round. What a race pace from that truck. What do you say we head on over to the pits and meet the trucks and lineups moving on into the semi-final round of racing? All right, race fans, these trucks have been putting on an incredible show here for the Our Time for Adventures 500. We will definitely have to do some more of these NASCAR races in the future. This is awesome. As you can see, we have NASCARs lined up all over the track here to witness the races today. That is so cool. Big crowd. Check out these trucks here, though, sitting over in the pits. These 12 trucks have already been eliminated from today's competition. They just weren't quite fast enough to make it to the finish line first. That's right, we'll see more of them here on our channel later on. But now let's take a look at the trucks moving into the semi-final round. And heading up first, we will have the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. taking on the 12 of Ryan Blaney. And up next, we have the 9 of Chase Elliott taking on that super fast 43 of Eric Jones. These are some great matchups heading into the semi-final round, but which one will take the top podium spot? Let's head up to the gates, get these races started, and we'll find out soon. And up first, we have Martin Truex Jr. in the 19 racing out of the orange lane, taking on Ryan Blaney in the 12 in the blue lane. Let's go racing! Green flag, gate drops, here we go. Both trucks so fast coming out of the gate down into that first drop. Ryan Blaney pulling away, coming through the loop. Look how fast that car is through the loop. Huge jump, lands on the downside of the YouTube plaque boost ramp, flies over the line for the finish. Wow! Attempts a backflip ramp, but can't quite pull it off. What a run from that truck. That one might have been just as quick or even quicker than some of Eric Jones. Martin Truex Jr. did not have a good run, was slow coming through the loop and spun out on the plaque ramp, but it's still a great looking car. Let's take another look at the track cam. Right out of the gate, keep your eye on Ryan Blaney in that blue lane. That truck's extremely fast coming down into that first drop, puts the power down coming into the loop. Truex must be having some tire spin coming through the loop. That truck's slow. Good landing on the YouTube power boost ramp over the back obstacle all the way to the line for the win with an attempted backflip ramp. Wow. What a run from Ryan Blaney. You'll see here, coming down the ramp into the loop, Ryan Blaney's already a couple trucks ahead, pulling away from Martin Truex. Smooth loop, huge jump, but check out this landing. Lands perfectly smooth on the YouTube plaque ramp, powers off, huge jump over the line for the win. One of my favorite drivers, Martin Truex Jr., retired from real-life racing and now will not make the final round here today. It's Ryan Blaney taking the win and a chance at the final round championship, and Martin Truex Jr. will have to race one more time for third place. Now let's head back up to the starting gates for the next matchup in the semi-final round. All right, fans, here we go. We have the number 9 of Chase Elliott racing out of the orange lane, taking on Eric Jones in the 43 in the blue lane. Let's go racing! Gate drops and they're off. Wheel to wheel coming out of the gate, but Eric Jones pulling away, coming down that first drop. Super fast through the loop. Big jump from Eric Jones once again, lands on the YouTube ramp. Chase Elliott trying to catch up. Eric Jones jumps for the win. They do a little dance around each other after the finish line. That was a cool run. Eric Jones has been absolutely unstoppable these first 3 rounds of racing. That truck is so fast. Chase Elliott is no slouch and has fast runs in that truck, but Eric Jones just took him out. Let's take another look. As the gate drops, both trucks are wheel to wheel coming into that first drop where Eric Jones really starts to put the power down and pull away. That truck is extremely fast fast coming down into the loops. Chase Elliott trying to catch up. Eric Jones with a huge jump. Smooth landing on the YouTube plaque. Jumps over the line for the win. Both trucks go up the backflip ramp and do a little dance. What a run from that truck. Coming down into the loop, you'll see here, Eric Jones is already starting to pull away. 1-2 trucks. Big jump from that truck. Super smooth landing like it has all day on that YouTube power boost ramp. Jumps the back obstacle all the way up the backflip ramp for the win. Well, fans, this doesn't happen to me much, but I'm really at a loss for words for that Eric Jones truck. That thing is just so fast here today. It's Eric Jones making it into the final round, and Chase Elliott will have to race one more time to try to secure third place. Now, what do you say we head on over to the pits one last time and check out the matchups for the finals? All right, viewers, we already know which trucks are the fastest four, and they are lined up here for the final round and ready to go. Racing for third place today, we will have Martin Truex Jr. in the 19 taking on Chase Elliott in the number 9. And for your final round matchup, we will have the number 12 of Ryan Blaney in the body armor car taking on the 43 Special Warfare of Eric Jones. These trucks have done great. Let's head up to the starting gates and get the races started. And here we go with the race for third place. We have Martin Truex Jr. in the 19 in the orange lane, taking on the 9 of Chase Elliott in the blue lane. Let's go racing! Both trucks fast out of the gate, coming down into that first drop. They're side by side as they come into the loops. Super fast loop from both trucks. Big air from both trucks. They're wheel to wheel coming down the ramp, side by side over the back obstacle, and it's another close race. Wow! These trucks are doing absolutely incredible with these side by side runs here on the double loop track. This is awesome. Which truck won though? Was it Chase Elliott or Martin Truex Jr.? Let's take another look from the track cam. As the gate drops, both trucks side by side coming down into that first drop, picking up speed coming into the loops. Fast loop, big air from both trucks. They land even. Chase Elliott starts to pull away just a bit and takes the win by a half a truck length. What an awesome run. You'll see here coming into the loop, they're side by side as they enter. Upside down, they're wheel to wheel. Smooth jump from both trucks. They land evenly on the obstacle. Coming down the power boost ramp, Chase Elliott picks up speed and takes the win. What a race. What an absolutely incredible race from these two NASCAR Monster trucks, but in that one it is Chase Elliott taking the win along with third place here overall in this tournament. That truck has been extremely fast here all day long and deserves that spot. Now, what do you say we head back on up to the starting gate for the race everybody came here to see? That's right, viewers, this is your final round matchup for the Our Time for Adventures 500. We have Ryan Blaney racing the number 12 in the orange lane, taking on Eric Jones 43 in the blue lane. Let's go racing! Green flag gate drops, here we go. It's Eric Jones once again pulled away, coming down the ramp into that first drop. Super fast coming through the loop. Ryan Blaney trying to keep up. Big jump from both trucks, smooth landing. Ryan Blaney powers off, but Eric Jones already flies across the line for the win. Wow! Ryan Blaney definitely gave it a good run, but it's Eric Jones taking the championship here today with that extremely fast hot rod. What a run from that NASCAR Monster truck. Ryan Blaney upside down, but gave it a good run. Let's take another look. As the green flag flies, both of these trucks super fast coming down into that first drop. Ryan Blaney definitely the closest competition for Eric Jones all day. Fast through the loops, big jump, smooth landing, but Eric Jones powers off over the back obstacle to the line for the win. What a run. Great job from Ryan Blaney as well. You'll see here, coming down the ramp, Eric Jones already has a little lead coming into the loop. Super fast through the loop and off that jump. Smooth landing from both trucks. Eric Jones continues to pull away, jumps through the line for the win. Wow! Wow, fans, this is absolutely incredible. I think we just witnessed one of our fastest and smoothest performing trucks we've ever had here on our channel. It's Eric Jones in the number 43 Special Warfare car taking the win here in the final round and the championship overall in today's tournament. What a performance from that car. What do you say we head on over to the Our Time for Adventure Winter Square and check out all the trucks that deserve to be there? Check this out, fans. It's just like a real NASCAR race. We have the spectators lined up all over the place trying to get a glimpse at the stars of the tournament here today. There's a huge line of cars waiting to get into the pits to meet all of the drivers for this event. This is awesome. They're lined up from front to back just to get a glimpse at their favorite competitor. But I know all of our fans tuned into our channel are here for only one thing. Let's take a look at the fastest 3 trucks in today's tournament. These 3 custom-made NASCAR Monster trucks have been extremely fast here all day long with some big jumps, close finishes, and wild races. These are the fastest last three that deserve these podium spots. Bringing home third place, we have the number 9 Napa-sponsored Gear Wrench Chevrolet driven by Chase Elliott. What a performance. And bringing home second place up on that silver podium, we have the Penske Racing number 12 Ford body armored sponsored car driven by Ryan Blaney. That truck has been incredible and the only competition for your winner here today. And bringing home first place with the gold trophy and gold podium, we have Eric Jones in the Special Warfare Richard Petty Racing number 43. That truck has been flying all day long, just like the Air Force sponsor on that car. What do you say we take a minute and help all three of these trucks celebrate their wins? Thanks again for watching Our Time for Adventures. Until next time.